everyone and welcome back to the channel. This is Susie from Thread Quarters. Thanks for joining me again today. This video is just going to be a little bit of a sewing chat, so pause the video, grab a cuppa and come back and settle down. I'm going to be chatting about some sewing plans I have for the next month or so. I'm going to be doing a little review on a sewing foot set, presser set, and also just chatting a little bit about my plans for Me Made May. So if you're interested in all of that, then keep watching. So I'm going to start off with a little review about a presser foot set that was sent to me by Madam Sew. And here's a close-up of it. Comes in this really cool box. And wait till you see how much you get in here. Like, it really blew me away actually. So I'll show you all the bits that you get with it in a second. But check that out. It's pretty epic, isn't it? So 32 presser feet for your sewing machine, and it does fit with most sewing machines. And in fact you even get this bonus one here, if I can get it in shot, for if you have a low shank sewing machine. That's a little adapter that fits in that little gap there. So that's pretty cool. So I mean, it literally does give you all the options for any sewing situation you might have. You also get a disc with the sewing tutorials in it for how to use every foot. But the thing I really love is actually you get a link to a website that has the videos of how to attach and use every single foot, because believe me, you need it. You know, they all work in a very specific way, and having the guide in a video form, just for me personally, really makes such a difference. Now they do give you this little booklet, so you can just refer to this, and it shows you every single foot and how you would use it. So just an example, you got your invisible zipper foot, applique foot, satin stitch foot, open toe foot. What would that be for? Precision embroidery and applique, because it provides a better view of the area. A cording foot, so you can sew in like 3 cords. You can sew them on top as make a nice sort of decorative detail. A roller foot, I really can't wait to try this. This should be good for leather or, like, you know, the PVC type fabrics. A blind stitch foot, that's also really great for like top stitching neatly as well. Braiding foot, again, that's like the cording foot for putting a decorative braid on top of your sewing. A 1/4 inch quilting foot, also really useful. Beading foot, standard zigzag foot, a non-stick foot, so again like a Teflon coated type foot. I don't think it is Teflon coated, but similar to it. So similar to being able to sew on oilcloth and plastics and leather and vinyl. A darning foot, so you can also do freehand embroidery with that one as well. A piping foot, so it's got the grooves in the bottom to help to put, so the piping feeds through it. Pin tuck foot, I'm excited to give that one a go. Some decorative pin tuck details. I mean, it goes on and on. A gathering foot, a different type of zipper foot, bias binding foot, so for a simple way for attaching bias binding. A flat hem foot, rolled hem foot, and then it gives you a quick guide there to everything, so you can pause that and have a look at that if you're interested. So I've only had this for about a month, so I haven't been able to try all of these feet out because they're a lot of them are for very specific projects, and I am excited to be able to use them. I know for a fact I'm going to be trying out the sort of Teflon coated one, or you know, sort of like a plasticky one, and also the rolled hem, the roller foot as well, because I have some synthetic leather that I want to sew up soon, and that should, one of those should work well on that. I've used the blind hem foot and it worked really well. I actually use that for, like I said before, for very for top stitching, and it's great because what you can do is you move this plastic piece away. Let me see if I can show you. Yeah, so that bit there, you can twist this and it will loosen it, and then you can make that distance whatever distance you want. So the edge of the fabric you would butt up against here, and then you would move your needle so you're stitching right as far over this way as possible, and it's great for really even top stitching. I actually use that for that quite a lot. It's a really great set to get if you have perhaps just got a new sewing machine and you're wanting to invest in a couple of other presser feet for your machine. This is gonna cover your bases pretty much. It's gonna have everything that you possibly need in the one set. I can't think of many other presser feet that you might need, and I think it's a really affordable price as well for what you get. Obviously they're not branded feet, but they do work for pretty much every sewing machine, and the fact that it has the low shank adapter as well, it's gonna cover a lot of bases. The lovely people at Madam Sew have actually offered to give away one of these sets to one of my viewers. So if you would like to win your very own Ultimate Presser Foot set, then please put a comment in the description box below saying please enter me into the giveaway. That's all you need to do, and ideally please do subscribe. I really would like to give it away to one of my subscribers if at all possible. So just hit the subscription button as well, and as I say, leave a comment and say that you want to be entered into the giveaway, and I will hold it open for 1 week, and the deadline is here, and also I will put all the information in the description box below. I will contact the winner directly to let them know that they've won. I'll also announce it on Instagram, so follow me over on Instagram as well if you don't already do that, and I will also try and remember to announce it in my next video, whenever that will be. Not sure what that will be, that's the problem. Instagram's a lot more current and quick and easy. But yes, I'll also write a message in the message option in YouTube. I don't know what to call it, community area I think it's called. My subscribers get those messages. I don't message very often, but occasionally I do, and I know that the subscribers, you see them because you message back, and it's nice to have a chat now and again. So yeah, again, if you want to know who the winner is, you need to be a subscriber to get that message as well. So I just want to say thank you so much to Madam Sew for sending this to me, and also for offering the really generous giveaway. And so the next thing I'm going to chat about is just a little bit of sewing plans I have. I haven't chatted about sewing plans for a little while, so I thought it would be a good opportunity to do that. And I did just get some fabric in the post that I was super excited about, and I wanted to crack on with it, and I thought I'd share my plans with you as well. So that is this one here. I'm starting off with the most exciting thing first. It's this. Does anyone recognize what this fabric is? Do you know the print? Yes, sorry, there's a big thread there. It is the Cobra Corsage, Lady McElroy Cobra Corsage print, but this is in a medium weight, I would say, cotton twill, which I have not seen any Lady McElroy fabric in that base fabric before. So I was super excited to discover that they've started releasing some of their most famous or most popular prints in this base, because it just has so much possibility. I'm just sort of trying to give you, see, it's got a white background, that's always good to know. You can hear that, it's quite hefty. So it's a twill, so if for those of you who don't know what a twill is, I'm not sure if you're gonna, if my camera is gonna pick it up, but it has those, just about see it there, diagonal lines in it created by the way the fabric has been woven, and it's sort of similar to you know, denim. If you think about your jeans, they have that sort of diagonal line to it, and I think it just adds a little bit of structure. You can get a twill in lots of different weights, so just be aware of that. It's not always going to be like a heavy duty denim. And this one has a little bit of stretch in it. You can just about see that, a little bit of stretch in it. And it's not, I wouldn't call it heavyweight, it's definitely not heavyweight. A solid medium. Do you know what it would make? An absolutely beautiful jacket of some kind is what I think. But what I am going to hopefully make out of it are the closet case patterns Jenny overalls. I have not made these before, so I am nervous because it's essentially trousers, and trousers scare me a little bit because there's, you know, quite specific fitting requirements there. I have a flat bum, I think is the only way I could describe it, and sticky outy hips. So, you know, there's that to play around with. But I do think it would be pretty epic. My husband thinks I'm mental for pairing this together, but he often thinks my plans are a bit mental, and then I make it up and he's like, oh, that's actually really nice. So I don't always listen to his advice. But what I'd also really like to do with this is I have seen someone on Instagram make up the overalls with a detachable bib section. So it means that you can wear, you know, just the trousers as is, or you button on the bib and then you've got overalls as well, which I just think is flipping genius. Just pure genius. I will put a link, I'll put her name here, and also a link down to her Instagram account, because she's got all the details on her stories if it's something you're interested in doing as well. I think she also just started up a blog as well, so I don't know, but I think she might have put it all on her blog. Really should have checked that all out before going on and filming this, shouldn't I? If you've made the Jenny overalls before, or even just the trousers of this, please give me all your tips and advice for sewing these up. I've had a few people on Instagram advise me to line the bib and the straps because they are not, neither of those are lined, which I was actually surprised with, especially the straps. I really assumed that the straps would have been, you know, double layer of fabric rather than just the ends, the sides turned in and hemmed, so to speak. But yeah, because this is, it is lightweight, so I would have done that anyway if no one else had, or, you know, already suggested it to me. I would have done that anyway, because I think it just does, it will need a little bit more stability there for this weight of fabric. But I think this is the perfect weight of fabric for trousers. So, and I plan to do the crop trousers as well, which I hope will suit me. That's the other thing, I'm really nervous about whether this style will actually suit me or not, but I'm gonna give it a go, and I am excited to try it. And I will do a toile. I really don't like doing toiles. But, you know, I don't want to wreck this fabric. This fabric was gifted to me by Minerva Crafts. I'll put the link down below for it. I will be writing a blog post about my make, so I will let you know when that blog post does go live. But hopefully I'll be able to share the photos and pictures of the finished garment before the blog post goes up. Anyway, so on that line I do have one other fabric that is also Minerva Crafts one, so I'll just show that really quickly because I'm going to be making it up for a blog post as well, just really quickly. And I'm sorry so much if this is gifted stuff, but this is the last thing and the rest is my own stuff that I have bought for myself. But the last one is this fabric here, and this is a jersey sweatshirting. Sorry, I'm just editing this to say that I really meant a viscose sweatshirting. So it has that like French terry backing to it. Hang on one second, I'll come over. Trying not to, yeah. So really drapey, that's the jersey in it. The viscose, sorry. And then the back is that there French terry, which you see, when I see that I automatically think that something is going to be like sweatshirting and heavy and like snuggly. And when I was picking this fabric and saying what I would make for Minerva for it, I did think that this was going to be heavier weight than it is, and I said I was going to make a Halifax hoodie, and now it's arrived, I'm like, no, it is too thin. So I've had to change my plans. And the reason why I'm sharing that with you is just because a lot of people ask me about how do I shop online, because I do pretty much all my fabric shopping online, and how do I know that what I'm buying is the right thing. Now obviously the best thing to do is to get swatches, but from my experience of getting swatches is by the time I've picked my swatch, ordered it, it's been sent to me, I've had a look at it, I've hummed and had, and I've decided I want it, and I go back on the website, it's already sold out. So I tend not to buy swatches unless it's something that I know that fabric shop always has in stock, then that's different. But a lot of the fabric shops get something in, and then once it's sold out, it's gone, and they're not going to be able to get it back in. So, you know, I often just have to go by the photographs, go by the description. I love it when fabric shops have an Instagram account where they show the fabric moving. I can tell you 100% that when they do that, I am more likely to buy their fabric than if I just see a still photograph of something. That's actually one thing that Minerva Crafts do. They have like little videos on their websites for some of their fabrics, and that helps so much. I would have been able to see the drape of this. Like, look how drapey that is. There's no way that's gonna make a hoodie. Well, I would, but it wouldn't be the kind of hoodie that I imagined it to be, and it would just be really flimsy. I mean, it was my fault because it's viscose, and I know that viscose has that property to it, you know, so I should have realized that. But it was just that French terry sweatshirt type backing that sort of made me think it was more substantial than it actually is. Yeah, so I'm just trying to say that I make mistakes too when I order online. I wouldn't call this a mistake, but it was a case of, oops, I'm gonna have to change my plans. I still think it's a really lovely fabric, and I'm excited with what I've decided to make instead. But, you know, I do buy things and then go, ooh, that's not what I thought it was gonna be. So, yeah, so what I'm planning on making with this now is the Tessuti Isla top, and I'll put a picture of it here. Did anyone else buy the Tessuti fabric, the Tessuti patterns in their sale? Was it last weekend? I think it might have been. It was buy one get one free sale, was it? Yeah, 2 for the price of 1. I think I got 6 of their patterns. Actually, you know, since I've made that Berlin jacket, and I mean I live in the Mandy Boat tees as well, I really like Tessuti patterns. I really like their style. I think they're just really clean lines, simple, like a small detail that's a little bit different, and yeah, so I'm excited to make up some of their other patterns. And the Isla top is one of the ones that I bought, and it is absolutely perfect for a drapey jersey, a a drapey viscose jersey like this, and the fact that it has lines on it, it's going to make the sewing a bit difficult, but hopefully will make an interesting detail, because if I can get a photograph of the back, I will put it up here. It has sort of like a back yoke and then back panel piece, and the back yoke has a center back seam, which I have seen on Instagram someone making up in stripes, and if you can get your stripes lined up properly, you get a really cool chevron shape at the back. So hopefully they'll be able to get that sorted with this. This fabric is super duper 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 wide, so I think I'll have a little bit left over to make something else, and who knows, it'll probably be a Mandy boat tee, because again, Mandy boat tee is perfect. You want to make it out of something like this, really really drapey, otherwise you're just going to end up looking like you're wearing a tent. It needs to have that drape because it is so wide. So excited about those two. Again, there'll be a blog post about this one as well. So those are my gifted things. Full disclosure, I'm very grateful that I do get sent things, so thank you very much for watching my videos and for the shops for sending me those things. But anyway, these things are the rest of the things I bought myself. So I have this, speaking of the Mandy boat tee, I'm gonna make another one. Woo! And I'm gonna make it out of this again. See what I mean? Really drapey. This is pure, like, pure viscose jersey. Look at that drape. Black and white stripe. Looks a bit crazy on the screen. Sorry. And the reason I'm going to be making another Mandy boat tee is because of you guys constantly asking me, have I done a split hem tutorial, which I said I would do, and I haven't done one yet. I'm going to do one. I'm going to do it out of this fabric here. So watch out for that soon. I hope to have that video up really, really soon. Obviously, I haven't filmed it yet because I haven't even cut the fabric out, but that's on my to-do list. I'm going to do that really soon. And then the next two things are things that I have cut out that I want to get onto and get cracking with. That black and white fabric I bought from Sew Over It. If they still have it, I'll link it down below. So the next one, they're pinned to the pattern pieces because, as I say, I've cut them out. So sorry about that. So I am going to make a Halifax hoodie that I mentioned before. It's not going to be the zippy version. It's going to be, it's got the kangaroo pouch at the front and like the cowl neck. That's the version I'm going to make, like this. And I'm making it out of this really lovely sweatshirting fabric. It's got the like a fleece background or a backing to it, and these lovely anchors on it and lovely red kind of rough stripes. Absolutely love it. I picked up this fabric from Material Girl Laura last year sometime. I think she might have this in the blue colorway still available. Last time I looked on her website she did. If it's there, I'll link it down below. It's really, really gorgeous fabric and I cannot wait to make this. What I'm going to do with it, actually, excuse the noise of the rattling, and if you hear any banging in the background, by the way, I should have said this at the start, I have builders next door in the house adjoining me. I live in a semi-detached house. They're getting renovation done and it's nearly impossible to get an opportunity to film where they're not making a noise, and they are there today and banging a little bit, so I'm really sorry if you hear the banging. So anyway, back to the Halifax hoodie. I had some Ponte Roma from Sewsfaction in my stash, and I'm doing the cuffs in the red. What's that? Oh, the what's this one? Oh, the waistband's going to be in the red, and then the kangaroo pouch is going to be like the edge, the pocket edges, it's going to be trimmed in red as well. Excuse me. So I think that's going to look really great, and I can't wait to get that sewn up because it's going to be a lovely thing to wear in the summer with the nautical theme to it. But you know, when it just gets a little bit chillier and you want to put an extra layer on, that'll be nice and snuggly. So I'm really excited to get that made up. And then the last thing I've got here, again, it's already cut out, ready to go, is black and white stripes again. I do love my black and white stripes. Just love stripes, actually. Can you tell? Oh my god, four stripe things in this. I'm a bit obsessed. This is, if anyone can recognize that top unusual bit there, this is the toaster sweater number 2. Here's an image there. And this is a Ponte. And I've made quite a few toaster sweater number 1s with the big cowl neck, but none with the sort of boat neck, kind of like this actually. This is the, what is it called? The Gable Top by Jennifer and Lauren. You know, I make them all the time, and I have another one planned sometime. Anyway, so excited to get that made up. Anyway, so the last thing I was going to chat about is Me Made May. So I'm sure you guys all know what Me Made May is. I'll put links below to Sozo's blog. I can hear the banging, sorry about that. Where she gives all the information about it, because she's the one that initiated it over 10 years ago, which is just insane. It's really mad that it's been going that long. Wow. But basically, as a real summary, it's all about trying to wear the clothes that you make. That's a real basic summary of it. So maybe you're making a whole pile of things and they're just sitting in your wardrobe and you're not wearing them or utilizing them. It's a case of challenging you to get those clothes on your body and maybe look at what you make and think, could I maybe make things that are more, that I'm going to get more use out of? Or are you happy with the things that you make? You know, maybe you don't wear them very often, but you love them anyway, and that's all that matters. So my approach this year, I do tend to wear something handmade almost every day, but not every day, but almost every day. So, I mean, a lot of people sort of pledge to say I'm gonna wear one handmade thing per day, and I will do that. But what I'm going to try and challenge myself to do this time is really look at the pieces that I have in my wardrobe and challenge myself to maybe restyle them in different ways than I have done in the past. See if I can get more wear out of them in different and more unusual ways. So I'm not going to be wearing everything Me Made, because most of my jeans are store bought, and I am totally fine with that. I'm not going to be getting rid of them and making my own just for the sake of having a fully handmade wardrobe. That is crazy. And also I'm going to try my hardest not to be sewing up crazy amounts of stuff, just especially so that I have new stuff to wear for Me Made May. I think that's crazy as well, and I really hope people don't do that, because that's not what the challenge is about. It's a great way of, you know, thinking about sustainability, you know, that's the buzzword these days, and about how you can make your handmade wardrobe work harder and better for you. And also, I'm going to use it as a way to look for gaps in my wardrobe. I've done a cull of my wardrobe recently, and I know there's definitely things that I am lacking in. And it's going to be a great way, I'm hoping, of, you know, at the end of the month I can sort of look back at what I've been wearing and sort of think, what should I focus on making to fill those gaps. The only problem I have about Me Made May, which I've said last year as well, is that quite often it's really warm in Northern Ireland for May, which is great, not complaining about. When I say really warm, I mean like 20 degrees Celsius. You know, that's not really warm for many countries around the world. It's warm for us. My most worn clothes are not really suitable for that sort of temperature, and I only have a few pieces of clothes that are suitable for really warm weather. So that is always a struggle for me with Me Made May. It's why I think I did self-stitch September all by myself last year. because September is much more average for our type of weather. The other thing I'm planning on maybe doing is at least one 10 by 10. Again, if you don't know what 10 by 10 is, I'll link down a blog post below to the creator of it. You take 10 items of clothing and you wear them mix and matching for 10 days. And I'm going to do that at least once. Obviously, there's more than 10 days in May. There's essentially 3 opportunities to do 3 different 10 by 10s. But I'm not going to do 3 10 by 10s. Definitely 1. Maybe 2, we'll see. I just think it'll make it a little bit more interesting and a little bit more challenging to mix it up like that. And I know a few other people do incorporate a 10 by 10 into their Me Made Mays. Are you going to be joining in with Me Made May? If so, let me know in the comments below. What are you planning on challenging yourself with this year? I would love to know. Yeah, I'm also trying to think of new and interesting videos for this YouTube channel. I know you guys love tutorials, so if there's any specific tutorial you can think of that you'd like me to do, then please do let me know in the comments below. As I say, I'm going to do that split hem tutorial. I'm going to be making up a gable top soon as well to show you my curved hem and just the alterations I do. I know some of you are interested in how I sort of make it looser fitting, but still fit it up here. I'm going to do that in a wee tutorial as well. I'm going to be getting back into my using up your scraps tutorials as well. They'll be coming up too. I know I've only done one and I had plans on many more and life kind of gets in the way, but wee man's back to school on Monday, so I'm hoping to sort of get in the zone and get some good tutorials and interesting videos made for you. If you've got any other videos you're interested in, please let me know. Maybe some sew-alongs, if that's something you would like. How do we decide what to sew? Shall I just say I'm going to be making this and let you know in advance? Or do you even need to know in advance because YouTube videos are up all the time? I don't know. You tell me. Also, what I want to say is this this channel is getting closer and closer and closer to 10,000 subscribers, which is just gonna blow my mind when we hit that. I'm creeping up to 9,000 at the moment. I would love to do a mega thank you giveaway when I do reach 10,000. I'll definitely be providing some of that myself, but I hope to approach some shops who fabric shops and pattern companies who maybe might help support me. If you happen to be watching and you have a fabric shop or a pattern company or a sewing related company, please do get in touch with me, and I would love to include you in the giveaway for 10,000 subscribers. It would be amazing. I just want to say that I have a lot of followers in America as well, so if you're an American-based sewing company of some description, that would be really, really great, because if the winner is based in America, that would be really handy. And I don't really have a lot of contacts with fabric shops and whatnot in America because, of course, I would do most of my purchasing from the UK. So yeah, if you know of any fabric shops based in America as well that you would like me to maybe get in contact with and see if they might help sponsor the giveaway, then put that in the description box as well. If you want to be in for a chance of whatever this giveaway is going to be, then do subscribe as well, please, because I'm not going to be doing it until I get to the 10,000. But as I say, it's getting close. Thank you so much for watching and commenting on my videos. As always, I just love it so much. I love all the chat and all the support. It really does mean the world to me in my little sewing room in Northern Ireland. I really do appreciate it so much. But as always, thank you so much for watching, and do hit the like button if you enjoy this sort of sit down chatty video. I know a lot of you stick them on while you're sewing in the background. You have your YouTube videos just playing in the background while you're having a nice sewing day. So if that is the case, do give me a shout out on Instagram. Take a wee photo, tag me. I'd love to know if you are listening to me natter away while you're sewing. If you do that, I'll of course share you on my Instagram stories as well, because it's fun to share the love, isn't it? Anyway, as I say, waffling. I will go and let you watch another sewing channel, but until next time, bye.